As Lorenzo has mentioned, we have three fights that we're announcing today. Matt Hughes, who's the other fighter in the first card that we'll announce, was unable to be here. He's just welcomed the birth of a new child into the family. We are very fortunate and grateful to have Renzo Gracie with us. Renzo, as Lorenzo has mentioned, is a legend in the sport. He has an MMA record of 13-6-1 with one no contest. While he trains and lives in New York, this Brazilian is a pioneer in the sport. He, along with his cousin Royce, are largely responsible, many believe, for popularizing the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu around the world. He has fought in Japan, Brazil, and the United States, and has defeated former UFC champions, including Pat Miletich, Carlos Newton, Frank Shamrock, and Maurice Smith. However, this will be the first time that Renzo is competing inside the octagon in the UFC. In May of 2006, Hughes, who's Renzo's opponent, defeated Renzo's cousin Royce Gracie, and so you can imagine that Renzo is looking to regain the family pride. Will you please join me in welcoming Renzo Gracie?
You see, they talk like a lot of fighters here are the best. We have two unbelievable champions, and they will for sure put up a show. They're the best pound for pound fighters in the world, but for sure I'm the best looking one, you know. Thank God. It's a great honor to be fighting for the UFC. You know, I remember when Lorenzo came to New York and he actually bought the UFC. He came to train with me a little bit, and he invited me over. Unfortunately, back then I could not join the UFC, and I knew before I retire I'm turning 43 years old, but I don't have one gray hair. This is a big advantage, let me tell you. Knowledge counts a lot on this sport. And I'm very proud I'm going to be part of this unbelievable card, you know, and especially in Abu Dhabi, which is basically my second home. Just last year alone, I was here 11 times, you know, and I feel home with the weather, with the people, with the habits and the food. And I know Matt Hughes will be up for a surprise. And I'm glad he didn't show up. I can talk as much as I want by myself, you know. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I had a chance to fight one time in Japan outside, and I believe it's much better than actually fighting indoors. Because when you train, you actually train outside and you get used to the weather. So when you go in there to be like close in an environment, especially back then the people used to smoke inside arenas and things, it really bother. Like I watched some even boxing match that was a completely mist, so much smoke was inside. But being outside, it's much more comfortable because it's the natural temperature. You don't need air conditioning. So if you warm up, you stay warm. It's a much better environment for fighting, I think.